Hi everyone. Well, today I am working on making a floral chandelier for a women's event at church, and I thought I would just take you along. I've never done this type of arrangement before. I'm just gonna kind of figure it out as I go. I found pictures on Pinterest. I have an idea of how to do it. So what I've got here is chicken wire, and then I've got my wire cutter pliers here. So I'll put a picture here of just what my inspiration is and what I'm going for, and then you can kind of see what I'm trying to pull off, and whether I can pull it off or not, I don't know. Like I said, I've never done this before, and I am not a florist. And you know, this might be one of those Pinterest fails. Hopefully not though. So I'm going to do some foraging and create the shape of it with the chicken wire and the branches. And then I need to find a place where I can suspend it and start stuffing it with the branches and whatnot, and then flowers and fill it with that. So let's get started. I had to trim some of the smaller branches off of the main branch before I could wrap the chicken wire around it, so that's what I'm doing here. Once I had the chicken wire wrapped around the branch, I used wire to basically stitch it together and then wrap it around and secure it in place. I have this all put together, and I just took one big branch off a bush and basically cradled it in the chicken wire. And instead of using this, the roll of chicken wire came with this aluminum wrapped up, and so I thought I'm just gonna try that, and I just kind of threaded it like, you know, you would use thread like you're sewing. I will bring this up around so you can kind of see what it looks like up close, and it is starting to rain again. I was hoping to get this done, and I'm glad I got this part finished at least just in time before the rain came down, but I'll show you up close. I just kind of, you know, stitched it together at the ends and wrapped it around, and at the top you can kind of see right there is where I took that aluminum wire and I threaded it together so that this chicken wire is all the way around the branch and including the ends, so that I can stuff into that all of the branches and then finish it with the flowers. So I'm excited to do this because I've seen such beautiful arrangements on Pinterest and just like from weddings and events, and I'm sure you've seen them too. They're so pretty. Some of the designs that people can create. I'm hoping to do something kind of like that. The last thing that I'll do will be to stuff some fresh flowers in there on the day before the event so that they stay fresh for it. I'll show you the process of getting the rest of the greenery and the flowers stuffed into the chicken wire, and we'll see how it turns out. I better get out of the rain. I don't want my camera to get ruined. The next day I came straight home from work and started collecting branches because we had sunshine and a break in the rain. I began inserting the branches into the chicken wire until I had them into a position that I was pleased with. Now here I'm using Spanish moss, and I am just trying to cover up the chicken wire, and also I thought that it would help give the fresh flowers a little bit more stay and a little bit more grab when I insert them in. Oftentimes less is more, but I thought I would try some of the artificial flowers that I had just to see if that would help fill it, because I knew it was going to take a lot of fresh flowers to fill this. But after I had taken a step back and looked at all of the artificial flowers in there and the size of this, I knew it was too big and I didn't like it at all. So the next day, I didn't get this recorded, but I cut off a big chunk of one end of it, put it back together, and then started over. To be able to hang this arrangement, I used fencing wire and made two separate attachments, one on each end, and I looped the top part of it so that I could easily hang that once I got it to the church. And here it worked great because I was able to use it by rigging it to some straps and work on it. Fresh flowers made all the difference, and I tell you, I started to get my confidence back because I was really worried that it wasn't going to work out. Here's part of the arrangement that I had cut away and what remained of the fresh flowers that I was still stuffing. When I finished using up the rest of my flowers, I took it down and headed to church to start setting it up. Can you see the wire hanging from the ceiling there? It's got tape on the ends of it. A couple days before this, we had help from a very nice and tall friend who was able to reach the ceiling on a much bigger ladder, and he helped us get this wire from the ceiling. And so right now I'm just attaching that wire to the wire that I put onto my hanging arrangement. Once we had it hung and secure in place, I started filling it with more greenery and flowers. Now I'm adding a small bird's nest to this arrangement. Our theme for this event was steadfast in the spirit, and to me, birds are such a steadfast part of God's creation. Seeing a robin is always a sure sign that spring is arriving, and birds are so resilient through any kind of weather, and they sing right through it. Now I'm just misting the entire thing with water to keep it moist. This event was a ladies' tea party, and so we had this little area set up as a photo booth, and we set up a little table and chairs to make it look like tea time. Ladies were able to sign up and host their own table, and they got to decorate their own tables with a theme. And Eden and I just did a vintage theme, and here I'm just helping her to fold the napkins. And I just made napkins out of fabric. I just cut squares, and then we cut lace and wrapped that around the napkin. Here are some of the other tablescapes that I was able to get video of. I hope this gives you some ideas or some inspiration for a tablescape or a themed party that you might be planning. During the tea party, we listened to a really good speaker, and we also had the privilege of listening to some worship music from 406 United. This is a group of local musicians from several different churches around our valley who have come together to create some beautiful worship music, and they do have a YouTube channel. I've included some of the music that they played during this event for you to enjoy. I hope this video has inspired you to get creative, and if you have any upcoming events, I hope you've gotten an idea or two. Thank you so much for watching.